You have arrived to your meditation. Take a couple of deep breaths in, just to calm the soul, calm the spirit, calm the mind, calm the emotions, and calming the body, telling it is safe to connect. Closed here, or keep them open. Just soften your gaze. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. And see which pile calls out to you the most. The stones, maybe the colors of the cards, maybe the position of the cards. Really just looking for a gentle nudge towards one of these three. And when you're ready, let's begin. Hello, my group ones. Welcome to your bi-weekly pick a card reading with yours truly, Katarina. As always, we start with what we need to know, where is it all going, and we also incorporate the overall energy of the next 2 weeks, and then we add the oracle cards. So you have chosen this beautiful stone. I believe it's the Shiva stone. This was just to help with the visuals. I'm not going to be incorporating that in that actual reading, although we'll see if it actually connects, because the Shiva stone is actually a stone of connecting with the sacral chakra, connecting with the female aspects of a human being. So connecting with just that sensual, flowy state of mind. So we'll see how it goes. So we're going to start with the overall energies of the next 2 weeks. Ace of Wands. I don't know if you can see, the shimmer could be a little bright on the camera, but the Ace of Wands is a great freaking card to have as the overall energies. So as you can see in this card, you have the bunny that's on a road, and it's beginning something, right? It almost feels like you're beginning something new, and that's what all the aces represents. In this case, is something in regards to your passion. So something's lighting your fire, something has been like sparking joy in your life, and it's definitely going to overflow, and it's definitely something to explore in the next 2 weeks. Like milk the exploration, milk the curiosities. The skeleton over here kind of indicates the fears that we have, the hidden skeletons in our closets. So there is going to be a lot of gunk that's going to surface up, but it's good. It's a good thing. Explore those too. Humans, we're not only supposed to explore the good in the life, but also explore the sadness, the griefs, the jealousies, all the other spectrum of emotions, so you can actually process them, heal, or learn from them. We are multidimensional beings, and we're really here to live an experience. So the last thing you want to do is get attached to any single emotion, even happiness and sadness. Even happiness and joy. And all those high vibrations, they're great, and you definitely want to milk them, but you have to let them go so they come back, right? It's like a wave. It's literally like a wave. And for you, for the next 2 weeks, if you haven't been starting something, now's the time to start something that has sparked joy in your life. It's super important. I feel like the end of the year is coming, and there's something that's been kind of like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to go here, I want to go there. And this is a very fertile time for you to at least start asking the questions or exploring what these might be, right? Yes, so overall, the next 2 weeks, if you've been starting something, keep doing it, keep exploring. Something is going to shift, something's going to really spark that fire. And for those who haven't yet, start getting curious, start asking what would make me happy if, for example, I worked in this every single day. Like, what would make me happy to work in every single day or to do every single day? Now, what do we need to know, and where is it all going? Wow, Nine of Pentacles, Five of Cups in reverse, King of Cups upright. Let's start with this first. You guys are in a good place. You guys are slowly getting over the cups that have spilled in maybe the last couple of months, maybe last week, or maybe even the last year. But you're coming into a really good place, and you're heading towards, and I'm saying that because you have the Nine of Pentacles. She's like the ultimate abundance card, one of the ultimate abundance card in the minor arcana. So it's like there's a shift. I almost feel like you're gonna get a message of some sort. My eyes being drawn to this bird, and they're usually symbolisms of messages. So it could be an email, a postcard, if we're going old school. It could be a text message, maybe even a phone call. Something's gonna happen. I feel like something has happened, and it's been just helping you get over whatever has been bugging you. And I feel like you're really getting into and settling, integrating this King of Cups energy. Or this could be a person that's coming into your life as well. One that embodies this King of Cups, one that is grounded, one that is just well organized and emotionally connected, somebody that you've been, and a little bit of an entrepreneur in regards to all this as well. Actually, for some of you, I feel like they haven't arrived, but you feel them coming. I'm saying that because I see the little fish over here, and he's like kind of hidden underneath the chair. For those that this is you, that you're going into this beautiful King of Cups, we're gonna see what the weeks has to offer with where this is all going. But just keep doing you. Like, keep focusing on the things that you do want, on the abundances that you do have. It's gonna take a bit of time because now you're creating a new momentum, right? You're getting away from the old momentum, the way you used to see things, the way you used to do things, and you're really coming into the new. And I feel like you're going to be the entrepreneur of your emotions. You're going to be in control. I feel like whatever has happened, it's going to turn you into this incredible, almost like god or goddess of your emotions. Like, nobody will be able to push you around through your emotions anymore because you will be so in alignment. That's where you're heading, or that's where you are right now. And for all those that the person is coming, it's going to be a beautiful relationship. Like, you can just see how poised he is, how like he has this cup, he's ready. You know, I feel like you've been with people who have been a little bit emotionally unavailable, or just like wishy-washy, and you're just coming into this new found energy. You're bringing this new energy because you've been working on yourself for so long, or at least you have been right now, and the effects are going to show. So where is this all going? Let's figure that out. You have the Harvest of Stones, which is the King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. That is a beautiful ace. You have two Aces of Wands. What is going on here? I think that where this is all leading, and then you have the Flower of Stones, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Where this is all going, this is going towards really all your heart's desires. you have the King of Pentacles, which is the king of all your abundance, right underneath the Nine of Pentacles, which is you embodying abundance, literally. And then you have another Ace of Wands, which to me is just like a confirmation. You're going to be following, if you just continue what you've been doing, you're literally gonna like have a handout of abundance. Like, this is cornfields, okay? It's like corn, and corn represents abundance. Now, this is the wand, so it represents passion. But for me, it's like the universe is going to give you everything that you want. And it's just a question of realizing your worthiness, realizing that you're worthy of all this, and to accept it. Because if we don't accept it, if we do not come into this accepting state of being, the universe could give you, and you could have all the abundance in the world, but you're just going to walk past it. This is like, right now is a state of mind. You're building this state of mind, or you're attracting this person that has a state of mind, and it's just a question of accepting it, going with the flow. As soon as you derail or are focused on your doubts, it's over. Like, you're just going to go downhill instead of, actually, in this case, you're going to go uphill. You're going to try to like resist the flow instead of just allowing yourself to go downhill, right? And this is kind of what this makes me think of with the Flower of Stones, the Queen of Pentacles. You have the King and the Queen, now that I think about it. And to me, it's just like, don't let your bitchy attitudes take over. Don't let your doubts take over. Don't let... I'm also feeling like there's going to be jealous people around you. Or there's going to be like an old relationship, an old vibe, an old friend that's going to want to try to come back. I'm really feeling like... Oh, yeah. It's... Or you need to be very careful for this attitude of yours of like self-machtzeer and your tendencies of not believing in yourself not get the best of you. Or I really believe like a lot of you, if not most, people from your past are going to see how well you're doing. You're going to see how incredibly good you're doing without them, maybe. And they're going to try to kind of creep back in. I'm here to tell you, don't let that happen. They're in the past for a reason. You can forgive them. People could change. But at this point, you want new, fresh energies to come in. You don't want to give anybody the benefit of the doubt because you have already done that, is what I'm feeling. And you want new people, new vibes. Like, that's what I'm getting here. Like, you're changing your frequency, you're changing your vibrations, and you're going to get all your heart's desire. I'm convinced that for some of you, you're going to get the relationship that you're looking for. The equal exchange, that rainbow kind of beautiful feel and vibe, vibrant. You know how we always feel when we see a rainbow? It's always like, wow. And with this being handed to you, this universe is handing you all these opportunities, and it's really just for you to go and reach it and grab it. And I do sincerely believe for a lot of you, you're going to get people that are going to try to make you or convince you otherwise, or they're just going to try to creep back in. Like, I don't know, just see how the bear is just like floating around, trying to come back into, trying to gain some of that abundance over here. And really, really follow, and just being curious, right? Like, it's a new beginning. You're entering a new phase. You're entering a new beginning with fresh new energy, and explore that energy. You're going to get ups and downs. It's absolutely normal. But what you want to focus on is where you want to go, right? That's where you don't want to focus on the fears over here. You just want to focus on where you want to go. And that's through all these fears, because you're going to soon be in a place where they're not going to control you. I feel like you're already there, and it's just a question of affirming it. It's just a question of integrating it. It's just a question of believing 100% without a doubt that that's who you are. And you're there. Like, I'm feeling that you are already there, or you're very close in being there. So just watch out. We can pull one more card just to clarify who this person might be. Who is this? That's too many cards for me. Who is this Queen of Pentacles? I need to watch out. Two of Stones. Someone who's very wishy-washy. Someone who is not, you know, who is balancing or trying to balance a lot of things in their life, and maybe didn't really. Maybe someone that you gave also a lot of energy to, and debalanced the self-care and the love that you want to give to yourself. So this could be a relationship, this could be a family member, this could be friendships. It doesn't really matter. It's a specific relationship. Probably the first person that comes to mind is probably that's the one. But yeah, you don't want this wishy-washy energy anymore. You're ready for like an upgrade, and you're getting that upgrade. I feel like a lot of you are getting the new friends that you've been requesting, you've been vibrating as. You're getting the new intimate connections that you were looking for. You're getting the new opportunities. You will. And I feel like some of you is also work related. You're getting there. Let's see your oracle. So the blood dance, and then you guys received two of these cards as the Pleiadian Star Temple oracles. They're both from the Maya. Maya's one of the stars. And you have the ancient grandmother, the teacher. I am the teacher that leads with self-knowledge. And you have the winged messenger. I did mention that you're going to get a message coming in. The winged messenger, creation, spiritual direction, inspires my creative flow. So these are going to read from the books because I just feel like it's just perfect amount of information. So the blood dance. This oracle brings you confirmation that you are connected to the divine source, to all that is. If you are experiencing a phase of feeling cut off from yourself, from your body, from another, or from the divine, even from your own feelings, spiritual connection, or intuition, be assured that this is temporary and part of the cycle of life itself. Soon all connection shall return with even greater warmth and nourishment, welcoming you home again with great love. If you feel you have been journeying in life and fear that you have lost your way, do not trouble yourself. Precious soul, you are never far from the divine heart and will always be called home. So for anybody that doesn't feel like they're in alignment or haven't really found their purpose, just remember that it's coming and you're always connected. And it's just a question of calming the mind, because you don't want them to control you. You want to control it. And you got this. Like, you're always connected. Even when you feel disconnected, you're connected. You just don't feel it. Does that make sense? Just because you don't feel it doesn't mean you're not connected. You know, it's like, oh, I don't feel like I belong here, or I feel like I'm a human, but you are in fact a human. It's probably not the best example, but you know what I'm trying to say. And the ancient grandmother, Maya. I just got these after my ceremony because I felt super attracted to them. Oh, there's a scarab. Scarabs are transformation, and then you have the owl over here. It's all about seeing across the dark, seeing what can't be seen, kind of like the subconscious. Also rules the underworld. So Star words is teach, lead, inner wisdom. You've got this. Everything you need to know is already inside you. Life has taught you to back yourself. Having confidence and believing in yourself will give you the aptitude to lead yourself in the right direction and offer sound guidance to others. So that teacher vibe again. Maya, the eldest sister of the Pleiades, an ancient grandmother, supports you in gaining new insight and understanding through your intuitive channels and turning your knowledge into wisdom. Your empathetic leadership gently nurtures others to grow and evolve. This kind of reminds me of like whatever hardships you've been through, you're meant to go through them so you can help teach others and help others to process whatever you have gone through. So if you had any doubts, all this was meant to be. It was meant to teach you and help you find the tools so you can then pass them down to others that are maybe going through the same situation. And the Winged Messenger. Create, inspire, guide. Hermes, the celestial guide and son of Maya, inspires creativity that is in line with your visions. After all, dreaming is a form of planning. Your creative juices flow through meditation, transcendent connection, and focused intention. You may be an artist, a musician, a writer, a speaker, or something else entirely. It doesn't matter what form your creativity takes. Surrender and delight in your imagination. Embrace your inventiveness. Forget perfection and instead immerse yourself in unique expression and authenticity. So, some of you, this spark, this fire that has appeared twice has something to do with maybe the musical arts, arts in general, but it's definitely something in regards to creativity. This could be maybe using social media in a creative way, anything that helps express your ideas and self. So if you had any doubts, maybe explore one of those avenues. Like I said, it's all about curiosity. It's all about keeping an open mind, but more importantly, exploring, asking questions. What do I want? How do I feel when I'm doing this? Or how do I feel? How do I want to feel? Right? Maybe some of you don't even know how you want to feel when you're at work. We're so used to just not liking work, right? It's an ongoing thing. So you're spending more time at work than not. So how do you want to feel when you get to work? You want to feel happy? You want to feel joyful? You want to feel fulfilled? You want to feel purposeful? Those are kind of the same words. You understand what I mean? Let me know if this has resonated. I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Enjoy. Hello, group 2s. Welcome back to your bi-weekly pick a card reading. Hello to anybody that is new here. The way I operate, we look at the overall energies of the next 2 weeks, what we need to know, and where is it all going. Finishing it off with some oracles. So you have chosen this stone. I forget what it's called, but it's a stone of groundedness and calmness. It really helps to balance the yin and yang. I won't really incorporate it unless I see similarities, but let's get right into it and check on what we need to know. Actually, the overall energies. 9 of Cups in reversed. Very interesting. 9 of Cups upright usually means your whole heart's desires. You've achieved. You're very proud of everything that you have done. Upside down, it could entail in smugness. It could mean that you not getting to where you want to be fast enough. Like I feel like there's a bit of delays. In the next 2 weeks, there might be just that. So there might be delays. And it's just a question of staying humble, knowing that good things take time. And I feel like it's just to test you and to see how bad you really want the things that you want. See how bad you really, like how much work are you willing to do to actually obtain the things that you want? And that doesn't mean that you have to work yourself to the bones, but do you really want that thing? Like, are you really able to stay patient enough until the right opportunities, the right moments, the right persons come in your way? And I feel like the overall energy in the next 2 weeks is going to be that. I feel like there's a lot of exploration that needs to be done. I feel like you need to I feel like these delays are helping you to realize what you want for yourself. Like you see how this fish is just swimming around and kind of exploring. these cups over here, and I feel like a lot of them don't even serve you anymore, and you're just like, well, why am I holding on to this? And these are going to be very important questions to ask, so you're not falling into the same kind of vicious cycle or trap in regards to, you know, like working all day and not enjoying your work, or for example, doing this one thing for the person and you don't want to do it, but you do it because you feel like it's an obligation. So it's like revisiting all these things that don't really spark joy, which is maybe diminishing your joy. A lot of the times we're just not, the reason why we might be depressed or unhappy or not enjoying our life is because we're doing less of the things that actually make us happy, right? And if that's the case, how could you incorporate that, or how could you turn that into a job, something that you would do every day, right? Just a couple of questions to ponder for the next 2 weeks, since it is your overall energy. What do we need to know? Six of Pentacles, a Wheel of Fortune, and then the Two of Wands in reverse. So right now, you're kind of feeling balanced. You're feeling like there's an even exchange, or you've been at least working on giving as much as receiving. And I feel like could be in relation to work, like you've kind of finding this balance of like, okay, this is how much I could work without burning myself out, or this is how much I could work with still enjoying and paying attention to the stuff that I want to do. And I feel like a lot of things are shifting and changing for you, but you still feel like you don't really know your purpose in life. I'm saying that because the Two of Wands is kind of like, okay, direction. And you see how this person's looking at this lock and kind of doesn't really realize that the key is right there. So to me, kind of give me an indication of like, okay, everything's going good. It's just you don't really know where you're heading just yet in terms of purpose, of value. And maybe this is why it's very important to see what you really want, exploring the things that are working and not working. Like I feel like you're already doing it, but maybe just go a little deeper in the next 2 weeks, not rushing anything. And the Wheel of Fortune over here is a major arcana, so it's really like it almost trumps everything. It's like you're having, it's like your luck is actually turning. And I won't worry too much about this. I feel like it's going to come. It's just a question of, again, being patient or having the right timing. I feel like everything is in divine timing. I know it's probably not what you want to hear right now, but sometimes the universe needs to set up different elements for you to actually gain the things that you want, or maybe exceed those expectations. I'm sensing that some of you really just want to be happy. Some of you just really want to find that light within yourself. And I feel like you're kind of slowly seeing that. And it's just a question of continuing doing this balance, self-care, being with the right people, the ones that actually, you know, spark joy and happiness, and not to be too focused on what's my purpose, where am I supposed to do, where am I supposed to go. I feel like it will all come into play, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. I know I'm repeating myself a little, but I'm pretty sure you understand what I'm saying. Now, where this is all going, the Ten of Thunder, which is the Ten of Swords, the Two of Cups in reverse, and then you have the Root of Stones, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, this is beautiful. I just want to see what this Two of Cups is trying to tell us in reverse. Straight off the, like, if we start right away with the Ten of Swords, you're coming out of a hardship. Okay, so Ten of Swords is usually somebody backstabbing you, or a bunch of people backstabbing you in the back, but because it's in reverse, you're kind of coming out of it. So you feel like you have been backstabbed. It was probably like something that was not very balanced. And you're kind of finding just the light, slowly but surely. And you might not feel like this person, whether it's at work or relationship, you might be saddened that they're not in your life anymore, or the situation is no longer in your life, or that where this is going is that it's going to, people who have been codependent on you are kind of going to fizzle out, or they're going to try to hold on to the last parts of you that they can, and it's just a question to just let them fizzle out. I feel like these people who have just taking in a lot of your energy are no longer going to be there. It's just, you're going to need to let them go. And I feel like it's going to help with the new fortune that's going to come in as well. You have something beautiful emerging. The Knight of Pentacles is all about slow movement, abundance. So you're heading towards someone who's very planned, very assertive, very grounded. He's ruled by Earth, right? And he's just a little more of a visionary. He doesn't need proof or anything. He just goes with intuition, and he knows that wherever he goes, he's being led by the divine. He's being led by his higher self. He trusts himself. Like, I feel like that's where you're heading. And or that's the people that you are starting to attract. People who have been working on themselves, people who are ready to blossom. And I feel like you're in that phase of blossoming. And if you don't feel like that just yet, maybe it's because you're just too focused on the purpose instead of what you already do have, right? I really want to put the accent on like the hardships are almost to an end, if they're not already to an end. You have a beautiful little rainbow over there. As you can see, this person is being supported by these colors, these vibrance, despite all the turmoil that's going around her at this moment. And I really feel it's just a question of letting go. And if you're not sure how to do that, because sometimes it's hard, it could be something as simple as sending out a prayer, thanking them. And if you're not ready to forgive just yet, you can at least thank the lessons that they have provided you. Sending out that emotions and those pains to Mother Earth or to the universe, asking it to just be transmuted. I mean, when I first started this journey, I would say it every single day. Whatever was coming up, whatever pain I felt, I would just send it, visualizing all this. I would visualize it as all this black, dark energy, and just sending it to the earth and just asking it to do whatever it needs to be done so it can be transmuted and sent back to sender, or sent in a constructive way. And I feel like once that is done, you're going to be moving forward. Still going to be in a slow pace because you're creating probably a momentum right now. But it's going to be, you're going to just be more present throughout this journey. You're going to be more in flow. It's going to be more peaceful, I feel. You're going to be more at peace. Let's see the oracles. Burning Hero and Maya, the Universal Midwife. I birth fruitful and sacred assignments. So I'm going to read the guidebooks. This oracle brings you a message. From the heat of your labor, Sweet success will arise, and you can act now as if that success has already been made manifest. It is only a matter of time before it is so. From that success, new levels of experience and creative manifestation will take place. You are in a powerful creative cycle of intensity and serenity, dancing with each other through your heart, like the sweet relationship of day and night. This cycle yields great harvest. Offer yourself in contribution to the great good, and your harvest will be not only of earthly delight, but of heavenly blessings too. That is gorgeous. So, yeah, really this potent, even exchange. You're coming out of the darkness, but and it's just a question of like honoring your cycles, right? Honoring the sad moments as much as the old, almost using it as a ritual, almost in spirit, almost like a mourning. Okay, I'm very sad, so I'm gonna be in the sadness, and I'm gonna use it in a way that's constructive to process and integrate the emotion instead of just resisting it, right? So the universal midwife. It's funny. The first group had 1, 3, and now this group has 4. Some of you were drawn to both 1 and 2. By all means, go check it out. Maybe there's extra messages in it. Obviously, use your discernment. You don't have to resonate with all of it. Birth. Fertility, begin, open. So a star is born. Maya, the universal midwife, supports you in opening wide to receive. Receive and consciously deliver your divine creation. This is the birthing phase of a cohesive consciousness born from the sacred marriage of the divine feminine and masculine. You are entering a new era in which the feminine ascends and comes into balance with the masculine. Connect to the nurturing energy of Maya as the spiral of creation weaves together in euphoric unison, and you birth a baby. Bless the beginnings or mission. So there's definitely a beginning here. Doesn't mean you're literally going to be giving birth to a child, but it does represent new beginnings, and we're talking about new missions. Maybe your purpose or mission in life will be clear to you in the next 2 weeks. But again, it's just a question of patience and letting go of certain people or things that no longer serve you. You can leave them go with ease or forgiving. I feel like there's a lot of forgiving that still needs to be done here. But to process these emotions, to really give it space. Give yourself a space where you can really just integrate it all. Even if you have kids, like figure out a way to get the kids occupied until you actually find a place that you can actually integrate, right? These emotions. Does that make sense? Let me know if it does in the comment section below. This has been your bi-weekly pick a card reading. Thank you so much for being here. Love you all. I'll see you in the next 2 weeks. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your bi-weekly tarot pick a card readings. This is good for the next 2 weeks. Hello to everybody that's been supporting me, and hello to anybody new. The way I operate is that I look at the overall energies for the next 2 weeks, what we need to know, where is it all going, and then I finish it off with some oracle cards. So let's get right to it. What do we need to, actually the overall energy is the Queen of Cups. That is beautiful. You are coming into full bloom is what I'm sensing here. The next 2 weeks, you're going to really tap into that feminine flowy side of yours. If you've been this is something you've been trying to work on, well, this is kind of like a confirmation card. It's going to, again, anything could change if you decide to not do your part, then obviously it's not going to happen. But if you've been doing your part, if you've been trying to go more with the flow, be more in control of your emotions instead of your emotions controlling you, just keep doing that, because it's going to be very successful. You're going to gain a lot of wisdom and knowledge through this. I feel like there's going to be a lot of new opportunities as well, because you're just going with certain flows. You're no longer resisting. You're no longer trying to control. You're just enjoying life, just enjoying the journey. And if you feel like that's where you want to go, but you don't feel like that, just pay attention. What will it take for you to just go with the flow? What could you do just today, just to let go of control a little more? One thing that you can do today. What's one thing that you can let go of? One thing that it's controlling you, that you could slowly just decide, no, this time I'm not going to take that cigarette, or this time I'm not going to take that glass of wine, or right now I'm not going to do it. Or one trick is to postpone it. Oh yeah, I'll take a cigarette later. Oh, I'll look at social media later, right? You're kind of tricking the brain a little. So, but for those who are actually going in the flow, just continue, because I feel like there's so many beautiful things that will come your way, especially in terms of family, in terms of abundance. And I feel like people are going to actually see something different with you in the next 2 weeks. They probably already are. They're probably seeing this like light about you. And it's really just a question of letting go of control. I feel like for some of you, maybe there's kids involved and you're still kind of hesitant. Maybe you are with someone, the father of the kids or the mother of the kids, it didn't really go well, and you're kind of like still really reluctant into just handing over the kids, if that makes sense. But I feel like this next 2 weeks is really to help you work on your trusting the universe, but more importantly, trusting in your intuition, trusting that you will know when it's a good time and when it's not a good time, that the universe has your back. I feel like you're someone who has kind of like, it's kind of just, what's the word I'm looking for? Stop believing in the magic of the universe. Like you're kind of just not sure if it has your back anymore. There's a specific word for that, but I'm pretty sure you understand what I'm trying to say. Kind of lost trust, I guess, would be the best way to say it. Let's see what we need to know and where is it all going. So what do we need to know? The Queen. Oh, that is 2 queens right now. You have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. You have the 10 of Wands, the not wanting to delegate and not wanting to let go of control part over here. Oops. And you have the World card in reverse. You, sir. Oh. And you have the 10 of Swords. Okay. There's a lot going on over here. So, you're hardworking. There's no doubt about that. You're sitting on your throne. You're very happy with the accomplishments that you have done. But you're putting way too much on your shoulders, emotionally, mentally, and physically, in terms of maybe work. If we're talking about kids, maybe with kids, and it's really just a fear that has been kind of trumping the whole situation. Again, the fear of not trusting maybe yourself, or not making the best decisions, because you have made decisions in the past that didn't really give you the benefits, or at least you haven't seen what benefits it has given you, because everything gives us a lesson, even if it's not very pleasant. Oh, what's going on here? Sorry. That's funny. And it is preventing you from actually completing a cycle. So there's a cycle that's been going on right now. Maybe you've been like overwhelmed a couple of weeks now, and it's like you feel like you can't really catch a break. And it's because you need to, from what I see here, you need to let go of control, not putting so much on your shoulder, and trusting the universe, trusting that everything is going to go exactly, that everything's going to go even better than you imagine, even better than you could have ever thought of. Let's see where this is all going. We have the Eight of Cups, the Lovers reversed, the Seed of Thunder, and which is basically the Page of Swords, and then you have the Two of Wands. Well, that's very promising. And there's definitely a new beginning for you, probably new challenges, but in a positive way, in terms of you moving forward with the things that you want to move forward with. I just realized there's two Lovers cards in this one as well. Interesting. This is a new deck. The artist is from Alaska, as you can see. The imagery is beautiful. So there's something you need to walk away from. To me, I feel like it's more like there's something you need to forgive and let go and allow it to just stay in the past already. I feel like there's still something that keeps coming up. And I feel this is like something, a lot of wounds that you haven't attended to, whether it's lack of time or whatever excuses you want to use. Some are valid, but it's still an excuse, right? But it's time to actually cater to those wounds, because where this is all going, if you don't cater to them, you might not move forward with everything. This could be something as simple as just going to the spa. I say it every time. There's at least one group that I say it to, and you can get spas, and I know inflation has went up, but there's spas that you can still pay $40, right, for at least 3 hours, and it's just to go at those different time frames, right? Set up your environment where you incorporate those 3 hours to incorporate these wounds, especially when it comes to wounds, guys. These wounds, they need to be catered to, or else they're always going to come up and they're always going to be triggered, right? The whole point of triggers and the whole point of all the mischief and mess that happens is so we can look at our patterns and be like, okay, this is not working for us anymore. We're going to have to do something different. We're going to have to make a decision and then take the leap, even if it's scary sometimes. Like, this is giving me the Fool's vibe, but the Seed, the Page in this case, it's really a new beginning, a new thought process that's going to bring you over the mountain that you feel like you've been kind of hurtling over and having trouble with. I really feel like it's a mindset, but it could, mindset in terms of like the forgiving part, letting go of the past, letting the past go, coming back to the wound area, and the triggers that are triggering these wounds, they need to be catered to. So doing some kind of energy work, I feel, will be very helpful for you. Maybe Reiki, maybe, hey, I offer online Reiki, if anything, right? Contact me if you guys need anything. My prices are still reasonable right now. But any kind of energy work, any kind of thing that will allow you to release, right? Eye gazing with yourself is a beautiful, beautiful medicine that you can do. You look at the mirror and you just stare into your eyes, which are the windows of your soul, for at least, you put a timer for at least a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. If you can do 5 minutes, I'm sure you can find 5 minutes in your day just to eye gaze and see what comes up, because it's going to be almost like you facing your ego. It's going to be you against your ego, because you're looking at your eyes and it's the window of your soul, and it's going to be the window of your soul versus the ego that's trying to keep you safe, right? That's the way I see it. There's so many different powerful tools that you can use that don't take a lot of time, right? Meditation. You can do movement meditations. There's more than just one type. Put a good song on, move. If you're feeling those emotions, try to have them move through you. And if you have kids, since we've been talking about kids, they're going to enjoy it as much as you. In Nonviolent Communications, a book I highly recommend by Marshall Rosenberg, I believe, he recommends to even be honest with your kids, right? Talk about your needs. Oh, I need to be alone right now, or I need you to be able to play alone so I could be alone and cry, for instance. I feel like I strongly believe if we're honest with kids from the beginning with our own feelings, we're going to help them be honest with their feelings. It's just sometimes it's hard to identify those needs. If you go in the book, he identifies there's 7 universal needs that everybody is trying to get met. So one of those needs is probably one of those 9. Maybe just Google it and you'll see when emotions come up, which one it's related to, right? I believe one is trust. Besides like the basic needs of hunger, because that also is in there, I believe. But yes, letting go of the past, doing the internal healing, the wounds, making decisions, especially when it comes to your mental, just brain power state. Maybe, joining a challenge, right? You can join a group where you're held accountable of all your actions. So you have this push to achieve the things mentally, physically, or emotionally, depending on what your goals are. And this is going to move you forward. To me, the 2 of Wands over here is really all this is to help you move you forward towards the purpose and the goals that you're trying to set out for. Let's see. Earth Angel. And you have Celiano, which is the Jade Star. Surrender. I am ready to let go with self-compassion. Beautiful. Just beautiful. So Earth Angel, number 54. Perfect. This oracle brings a message of divine guidance. You have an angel with you, watching over you and assisting you. In response to your heart's call for help, love, and protection for you and your beloveds, your prayers have been heard and answered. Keep praying each day from your heart and know you are safely carried on the journey of love. If you have been worrying about a loved one, know that this protection extends to them as well. You are asked to pray more and worry less, allowing love to be. So again, it comes back to, actually, this is a message that was in my second group, to learn how to trust the universe. I believe we talked about it here too. Remind me if we did or not. But bottom lines, it comes back to trusting not only yourself, your intuition, but trusting the universe. And just to ask for help, even if it's, if you feel like you're not doing so well, ask your guides or angels just to take those emotions from you and see what happens. I mean, what do you have to lose anyways, right? And this is like a confirmation that you have your tribe around you, have your guides around you, whether they're physical or ethereal. Connect with them however you can. If it's, going next to a river, dipping your feet into the river, or if it's meditating, or if it's cooking, or if it's, just taking a walk, whatever will help you just connect with yourself and the people around you. Maybe just staring at a tree, hug a tree, see how that feels. They're ancestors of ours too. They're from this land. They feed us with oxygen and food. And I mean, it would be dumb to say they're not part of our ancestry, our ancestors, they're living beings, right? Connect with the things that you used to connect with, the things that would make you happy, and the natural free therapies while it's still free. Walking is free, hugging a tree is free, grounding yourself just barefoot has been proven that it has changed our moods. It needs to be a dedication. You can't just keep like wishing and doing wishful thinking and then not actually setting up your environment for success, or keeping yourself held accountable, or else you're just gonna keep going through this like spiral, right? And things are gonna happen to you until you don't actually change something, mindsets, environments, something, because that's what these repetitive things usually are there for, so we can learn our lessons. Now, let's go with these Pleiadians. 23. Perfect. So, star words: no, relinquish, closure. Closure. Interesting. The jade star represents the union of the heart chakra and the imperial jade jewel. This energetic vortex and crystal alliance is a match made in heaven. It is where love in all its glistering facets is felt most deeply. Jade is a precious stone that amplifies unconditional love, empathy, and opulence. Opulence means abundance, okay? In case you didn't know. I learned that word last week. It was beautiful. The psychic sense associated with the heart is clairsentient, clear psychic feelings. Through intentional surrender, feeling, and the power of love, deep healing is made possible. Silaino, I don't know if I said that correctly, Silaino, helps you connect to heart unity through the energetic portal of love. Surrender it all to the Mother Earth, to the universe. Surrender your emotions, surrender your anguish, surrender your guilt, especially your guilt. It really doesn't, it's not beneficial in any way, guilt. And I think that is it. Let me know if this has resonated in my group 3s. Hopefully it has. And I will see you all very soon in the next 2 weeks. Ciao.